Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to another Hero House Reviews. Today we're going to be looking at the McFarlane Toys No Man's Land Batman. And a lot of people were really hyped for this guy. It was a definitive Batman look for an inexpensive price, and I think the original renders looked quite decent. Seemed like he was going to be, one of the key Batmen that the line was going to release. And now the figure's here, and I think a lot of people are going to be disappointed. I mean, the base body, great. It's sort of a muscular yet sleek Batman, sorry. So he's not too bulky. He's got the nice dark blue, which I think for a lot of people is their mental image of how Batman should look. He's got the nice vibrant yellow belt, a little bit of detailing on there, not too much, but the pouches are nicely sculpted. The head, it's decent, I guess. Like, that is an iconic sort of Batman. The ears aren't overly long. They're also not too short. The musculature is, again, like I said, he's more streamlined. Like, this is a quick Batman, one for a sort of dynamic movement, I think, not a big powerhouse like Ben Affleck Batman. And I think that is accurate to how Batman should look. The problems begin when you get to the cape, which in the renders was wired, but with this guy is not. And it's just, now without the wire, it's just a piece of poorly hanging, cheap looking plastic. It's bad. It looks really bad on the figure. And you can sort of mess with it a little bit to try and make the pictures more dynamic, but without the wire, it's no good. And I don't understand why they'd show it wide and then take it away. Like, I guess because they've lost the license, maybe they're cheaping out a bit. And you can wire it yourself because the holes to put the wire in exist. But you shouldn't have to wire your own figure's cape. I mean, he's cheap. He's way cheaper than the Mafex Batman, the Hush one. And I think you could skate by with this being the linchpin Batman, but you are going to have to wire the cape yourself. And again, you should not be having to upgrade figures you've bought from a large company. Yeah, it's just a bit of a bummer. Sort of a sour note to kind of, for Todd to be winding down the line, cheaping out on various aspects. Especially, like, this is Batman. This is going to sell. But I guess, rather than the logic of we'll make our money back, his logic was we can make more money by cheaping out. This is him next to Hammerhead from Marvel Legends. So you can see he's tall. He's taller than the 6-inch figures, so he's not going to scale well with your Marvel Legends unless you like to think of Batman as a giant character. Here he is next to the David Corenswet Cinematic Edition Superman. Bit shorter, so he scales well with Superman. I'd say that Corenswet Superman, you know what? For all the flack some McFarlane figures get, that Superman's one of my favorite figures of the year. Love it. Filming stop motion with it at the moment. That will come out hopefully in the next few weeks. Articulation is good. Can look up that far, so quite a bit, and doesn't look too gappy or awful. Can look down a decent amount. Got 360 rotation. Nice butterfly joint. Arms open up there. You'll get 90 degrees from the arm. Got a nice sort of torso joint, ball joint there, so lots of movement. Bit of a torso joint at the waist as well. You can swivel 360 with that. You can get the nearly full Van Damme splits. This is a softer bit of plastic here. Can get your leg nearly fully forward. The knee joint can really give you a bendy. You could do Batman with a broken leg if you wanted. Double jointed knee there. No real thigh swivel, just a tiny amount. No shin swivel, but then you do have swivel down at the boot. Foot comes down like that. Foot goes up like that. And you've got a toe joint. Not a very pretty one, but it exists. Balance-wise, he stands quite well, I think, because the cape's so cheap and nasty. It doesn't affect his balance too much, although almost no ankle pivot. You have to sort of twist and then bend to get it to work, which, not ideal. Not ideal at all. Yeah. So, articulation's good. There's no glaring omissions, but could be better in the legs to help him stand a bit more. And now he's just falling down. Batman, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. If you can't tell from my general tone, and when you look at the pictures especially, you see I was just not inspired by this guy whatsoever. Like, I had hopes for this being my definitive Batman, because I don't currently have a Batman in my collection. And maybe if I pimp him out, he will be. But as it currently stands, I think we could definitely do better on the Batman. His accessories, such as they are, like a stand, a card, two hands. These are his hands with which to hold his Batarang, which is just kind of a cheap blue plastic. And the hands don't hold it that well. You kind of try and put it in there, it falls out, pops out. It's not great. Again, this guy isn't a crushingly expensive figure, so I'm not going to be too harsh in the judgments, but, you know, the promise of a wide cape and then that being taken away without it being announced is a really crappy move on McFarlane's part. The lack of accessories, I guess. I mean, he's bigger than a Marvel Legends, but he's just comes with so few accessories compared to what a lot of stuff is getting these days. Like, the G.I. Joes are coming with a ton of accessories. Jada Toys are coming with a ton of accessories. His sculpt's not as good as Storm Arena stuff, which is a little bit more expensive, but still. It falls into this weird zone of, like, it's bigger than a Marvel Legends, but not as well articulated. Probably a better sculpt than a lot of them have. But at this point, they're reusing a lot of parts. And just no accessories, and then weird, shitty business practices. And that cape just looks terrible. Terrible without the wiring. I mean, God. Really detracts from what would be aesthetically a very pleasing figure. If you could just, like, have the cape doing some dynamic poses. Look at that. Just that slight rise adds so much to him. But no, instead we get this limp hanging cape. No bueno. Yeah. 3 out of 5, I think. Just gonna say 3 out of 5. Let's dive into the pictures and wrap this up. If you enjoyed this review, we have plenty more. We also have a Hero House, Figure Fights, Top 10 list, ranking list, just loads of content to enjoy. So please like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you again. Thank you for your time and all the best. Bye.
Howdy everyone, and thanks for watching my video. If you liked what you saw here, you might consider picking up my books, Knaves on Waves and Enemies of All Mankind. They're a fantasy series that tells the story of a daring pirate crew as they attempt to topple an evil empire. It's got sword fights, sorcery, humor, drinking, all the good stuff that you enjoy. The links are in the description below, so please pop on round and maybe pick yourself up a copy or two. Give me some feedback if you can, and yeah, I look forward to hearing your thoughts. As always, thank you for your time and all the best. Bye.